Hey everybody, welcome back to the shop for your weekly dose of Saturday night special. So I had a great week last weekend. I was out there in California and went to the Barzy Bash, and I had a fabulous time getting to meet with a lot of the viewers and my YouTube friends and YouTube creators out there. It was an excellent time, and I just had a blast out there. So I really appreciate everybody taking their time to come up and talk to me that was there, and giving me your support, and getting to hear everybody, and getting to hang out with everybody again, all of my YouTube friends out there. It's just a really fun time. I truly enjoy that, being able to travel and meet up with my YouTube family, should you say. So it's something that I look forward to every year, and I'm really happy about it. So I got to have a little bit of fun while I was out there this time, and I'll just go ahead and let you know I've got a video that'll be coming out after this SNS, and it's going to be a motorcycle ride that I took up in the Glendora Mountain Road, and it was an opportunity that was presented to me by one of my viewers, and he had messaged me and asked me if I'd like to do that. And I used to be an avid motorcyclist. I used to ride motorcycles. I got out of it and focused everything here on the shop, but I had a great time. I took the cameras, got some video of that. It was really exciting to me, and it was a great video opportunity. So I've got that coming out. Maybe you'll enjoy it. Check that out. I had fun editing it, and I had a great time with Richard out there on the bikes, and I look forward to doing that again. It's absolutely beautiful out there in that area, especially a newcomer like me that's not used to that kind of scenery and that landscape out there. It was all new, and it was really awesome. I had a great time. So I had a lot of viewers that were there at the bash hand me gifts and some few tools, and just swag and loot, that kind of stuff. I left most all that out there with Stan, and he is shipping all that back to me, and I think it's like 3 separate boxes, and my shipping total to Stan was $191. So it was quite a bit. I had thrown a lot of it into a box, and he said it was too heavy to ship, so he had to break it up into 3 boxes there. So anyway, we got some stuff coming, and some new tools, and whenever I get a hold of that, I'll share some of that stuff with you. I appreciate everybody that handed me something, gifts and things like that. But I did receive one really awesome gift while I was out there. If you watched the live stream, or you've watched the recording of the live stream, you may have seen this. So I've got this really cool award that was presented to me, the People's Choice Award, the best YouTube channel for 2017, and this is amongst the machining, metalworking community out there on YouTube. So this was really unexpected. I didn't expect to see this or receive this. So this is a Viewer's Choice Award right here. So all my viewers that voted for me, thank you very much. This is an achievement. This is an accomplishment right here, just like that silver play button that I showed. I'm going to be proud to display this on my wall, and I just can't thank all my viewers enough for the continued support that you give me with making these videos. As I said, whenever I was presented this award, it's a pleasure of mine to do what I do and create these videos. It's fun. I love my job. I love metalworking. I love sharing it, capturing it on video with pictures, and editing them together and sharing it with you. It's fun for me, and it's just who I am. It's like my boss tells me. He says, "You are machining." That's what they think of when they look at me, as Adam is machining. So I enjoy doing that, and I'm just happy that I present videos that people like to watch. It just still today amazes me, the people that like my videos and subscribe and leave me the comments. It's amazing. So I have no plans on stopping that. I'd like to continue bringing you the videos. I know that some of the content, the really good quality high-end machining content, is kind of lowered, dropped down a little bit. I won't say the quality, it's just the jobs that I've been showing. We're just going through this little transition period where not really filming a whole lot at work anymore, and I'm doing more stuff in my shop, and so, but I'm going to continue, and we're getting on more of a trend around this shop where I'm starting to take care of some of these other projects and jobs that come into the shop. Some of these jobs are sent in by viewers, just things that I look at and say, yeah, I'd like to do that, and you know, we make a video out of it. So I got plenty more of that coming, and I plan on continuing those. I've had a few more people email me and show me some things and ask me if I'd be interested in. So we're going to continue the projects and continue the videos around here, and hopefully you guys will hang out with me and continue to watch and give me your support like you've been doing. So for everybody out there that give me a vote, thank you very much for this. This is really great right here. Thank you. So I do have a little bit of machining to share with you in this episode. I had another small project that's been here on my desk that I've been kind of holding on to for a while for a friend of mine. I wanted to go ahead and get that knocked out because he had been asking me about it. So we've got that footage to share with you on this episode. So that's coming up real soon. And I've got a little bit of footage from my travels out in California that I'm going to throw in this episode as well. I didn't get very much footage at the bash. I just didn't have time to film and take pictures and things like I usually do. I just kind of let the other people that was filming do that. So what I got a little bit, we're going to share that, so hopefully you'll enjoy, and the machining is coming up real soon. So I hope you guys enjoy this week's videos. Well, we made it to California. I'm at the Ontario airport, about to go meet up with Rick, go get my baggage and go meet up with him downstairs I mean. Nice little airport here. It's my style. It's Pensacola style. It's small. All right, there's our first shot of the mountain range headed toward the shop. So we are in Rancho. Is this Rancho?
This is Ontario.
Okay, so we're in Ontario. So we're headed Rancho's that way. Yep. All right, so we're on our way. We're gonna head over to Stan's in a little while and just meet up with the guys. I've been out here for a little while hanging out with the guys. It's been a few hours, so I just wanted to kind of get one, walk around and just kind of show who's here. Today is Friday. There's been some little training classes. A couple of guys have been putting on, Stan and Tom, and some other things. So I think that's kind of wound down now, but I'm just going to walk around and just see who's here. How about that?
6,250. 6,000. This is towards the end of the war, remember?
Sure. Ivan?
No,
Tom?
No, he's got his discount on there. It's actually what they call it. Is that the best?
Yeah.
That's the best scope, is it?
Yeah. I got one on mine.
I'm just going to walk around, see who's here.
Trying to straighten that stuff,
Yeah.
when it's not even round.
Yeah.
And so now I've been buying more and more centerless grind, but the centerless grind, I just bought a 316 shaft the other week, and it started out, I said I want it nominal, 1,000.
Yeah. It's a hard one.
And
I like the dance box drives. It's very nice.
That's how it is. Hey,
What's up?
how you doing? Wish it was different.
Warm.
What's up?
So you made it here.
Yeah.
That was Salt Lake City, your favorite city of all time now, I'm sure.
Salt Lake City was very, very pretty. I liked it there. Ray.
What's going on, buddy?
Razor Ray.
Glad you made it.
Oh, yeah. I'm going to go ahead and start on the next little project in the shop, and little it is. This isn't quite A-bomb size stuff, but I've got a little job here that I need to do. Another job where I'm trying to help a friend out. So what we have is an aluminum wheel that goes on a very old antique car. So how this come about, this belongs to a friend of mine that's down the street there, Donnie. He does fabrication and hot rod work, and his dad is a collector of old antique toy cars. And he stopped by one day with this and said that one of those antique cars that his dad has is missing one of the wheels. So this is one of the wheels off of the car, and he asked me if I would be able to make another wheel for him. It doesn't have to be an exact replica, you know, just something very close to what this looks like right here, so that, you know, we can put a fourth wheel on the car. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to help Donnie out, or, you know, help his dad out. Donnie always helps me, has been there for me throughout the years whenever I needed stuff done. So we're going to knock one out. The screw on the back side there is 1024, so we'll have to tap that for a 1024. It's got a radius profile in there, and it's got a cone machined in the center. I went ahead and I grabbed one of my old cans there from the old shop. It's got lots of high-speed tooling in it, and what I was doing was digging around through there, trying to find some tool bits that I had already ground up, and I pulled those kind of right out of the top. So we got a couple half-inch high-speed tools that's already got a radius ground on the end. Here's a Rex 49. They just need to be touched up. Here's a smaller one, a 3/8. But what I'm getting at is what we can do for this area up in here. You take one of these radius tools like this and plunge it in there and cut that radius just like that. And then we can use our compound, set it on whatever angle we need to set it on, and cut that cone in the center there. We'll machine and file a radius on the OD there, and then part it off. And once we part it off, last thing will be drill and tap. So simple job for the shop tonight, and that's what I'm going to go ahead and get started on. I'd like to get this done because Donnie has been asking about it, so we're going to go ahead and get it done. I've got this piece of 1.5" aluminum. This should be 60/61 aluminum, something I've got under the bench, and that's what we'll use to machine that little wheel out. That piece was already turned to that size, and it's very close to what we need to be. We're going to turn it like 1" 4/15. I'll make a light cut with that tool. I just honed that one, so leaving a good finishing on the OD there. Alright, so let's see what we got. Yeah, we're basically there. I don't even think I need to change that. Yeah, so I'm getting like 1" 4/15, the measurement of the wheel, so I think that's going to be close enough there. Just get it cleaned up. Do a face cleanup. I need to turn that face back just a little bit. The point of the point of the wheel actually sticks up 5 5/32 of an inch from this face. So we got my already preset the tool height over here with the center. I'm gonna go ahead and start cutting some of that radius. Now that tool is gonna hit this larger diameter, but that's gonna go away. So I'm just gonna kind of eyeball the profile of this and just make it look the same. I'm not really too worried about what the dimensions are telling me. All right, 2-speed motor there. I had it in high. I didn't want to go that fast. You're probably wondering why I'm not using any oil. You see that it's cutting fine without it. I've got a nicely honed tool bit. I went over there and honed that on my tri-stone and ground some back relief on the top of the tool, and it's leaving a good finish in there. So no real need to use any oil and get it and make a mess. All right. Once I set up and cut this angle, I'm gonna cut into there a little bit to make that inner diameter line, that circle. All right, I think I'm gonna leave that right there. And we're going to go ahead and cut the cone. This angle gauge was my granddad's, and it's been brought up a number of times by some other guys. Tom Lipton absolutely loved that and made one for himself, and he's mentioned that a couple times. So we're going to pull this back out, and I'm going to show you the quick way that I'm going to gauge what that angle is. I told you before, this isn't super precision, but we'll get it really, really close. So since that is cut short right there, I'm just going to lean it on that angle, and what I'm going to do is I'm looking at this edge and I'm looking at that face right there for parallelism, and we're going to get it about as close as we can. The face looks pretty parallel right there, so that's 30 degrees. Go ahead and lock it so it doesn't move. So it looks about like 30 degrees. So we'll go with that. I did some touching up on that turning tool. I gave it a little bit of relief on the bottom so it wouldn't rub, and re-honed it. So let's see if we can use that to shape it. Okay, it's looking pretty good. So what I need to do, that's not too bad. I need to take this radius a little bit deeper. And so we'll set that back up. I'm pretty happy with the cone there. Let me get a little measurement and see if it compares to about the same. I'd say so. So we just need to cut our radius a little bit deeper, and I think that'll be good. All right, I'm gonna leave it where it's at right there. I was just eyeballing that center circle, trying to get it close. So we still need to radius that outside edge. I'm gonna go ahead and start the parting process on it, and then probably just file the radius by hand. It's not much there, so I'll be able to file both sides of the radius. So we got a 0 set. That way I can move the tool back and out of the way. I think we got her pretty well shaped the way I want. I think that's going to work out pretty good. All right, there it is. So we're setting up in the mini pallet here, and what I've got is a little piece of plastic out of my plastic bin, and what I want to do is we're going to use a 7/8 end mill and just do a light plunge cut to make a counter bore, and we'll relieve the middle of it as well. Something soft for this to sit down inside, where it'll sit on this face, and then what we'll do is set it upside down in there once we have clearance so that it's not sitting on the point. We'll set it down in there, and then we can just put, like, say, that washer over the top of it there to help protect that surface, and then clamp it down again, and then go to the center. We'll scribe us a point in the middle of that there, and then drill and tap it. It's just a very simple op that needs to be done, but we're trying to do it delicately so that we don't scratch it up and try to get it in the center. So we've already got the center of that found right there. So we'll go ahead and just relieve the middle of this, and we got these tight as well. All right, let's give that a try. That'll work. I went ahead and sanded the back of it off with some sandpaper over on a flat surface. Just did the circulate, kind of dressed it down, got the little nub off of it. I'm going to use Grandpa Saunders centering head. We're going to make us, we're using the plastic there that we just milled to serve as like a little soft base, and we'll go ahead and get us a couple little lines scratched. That's just the blue Sharpie that I rubbed on there. That big one that I got, it's going dry. I had to kind of push down on it. All right. And this is my favorite little center punch that Stan gave me a while back, a Proto. That looks pretty good. Just kind of shove down on it into the aluminum there. And I think that'll work right there. So we got everything set back up now. The center point I held down with the center point there, and then we tightened up our bolts. All right, should be good to go. I'm going to use the drill bit. And I've got this Mitsutaya quill kit up here, the quill digital readout, so I'm going to zero it there. And we'll go down about 300 thousandths. There we go. So it's about 5/16 deep. Now that made that really nice, having that that scale up here, that digital readout on the quill. Let's give it a little chamfer, not much, just to break that sharp edge. Okay. Put our Fisher spring loaded tool in there. I couldn't quickly find a good starting 1024 tap other than this gun tap, so I'm going to use it to start it. And then what I'll do is I'll swap it out. I've got a 1024 bottoming tap here. Okay, that should be it there. I need to go turn the air on, and we can give that thing a little puff of air to get the chips out of the hole. There we have it. There she is, all finished up. Got the threads cleaned out. And I hate that little line that the parting tool did in there. That was probably from when I had backed out and then I come back in. But that's all right. I think that'll work right there. You could sand that a little bit more and get that tool mark out of there. It's a few thousandths deep though. But the outside of it is what's going to be looked at. So I think that's a pretty good match. Seems to be a pretty good match on it. I think that inner ring is a little bit deeper, but I think it's going to work. So that one is finished up. We got the little screw for it right there too that come with it. One of the things that I wanted to mention about this particular job, since it's kind of brought up, I've had a lot of guys over the years, over the course of my YouTube channel, that ask me about pricing and ask me about how much do jobs cost? It's not a subject that I really like to talk about because I feel that's more of a private matter between, you know, customer and machinist relationship right there. A lot of jobs, you have to quote it, you have to look at it and try to do an assessment on how much time you think you're going to have in it, how much the materials cost, things like that. So I really just try to keep that stuff out of the equation and just show you the work itself. This particular job right here, I figured I'd go ahead and mention it. So I've spent 2 evenings on this, about an hour each evening. So I've got approximately 2 hours in making this piece right here. That's setup time, that's finding the material, that's finding the tools, that's making the little fixture to hold it, finding the taps, and then cleaning everything up, putting everything away. I've got 2 hours in this right here. So you might think that that's a lot of time. Some guys might think that's a short amount of time. I don't know. All I'm telling you is that's what I got in that. So in the real world, if you was to bring this to me and just say, hey, charge me what you have in it, I would charge you 2 hours for that right there. So, I mean, you know what, think about shop laborers. Everybody's got a little bit different shop labor out there depending on your region. But, you know, so I'd say most shops are anywhere from the $70 to $100 range. Now, another guy down the street might be able to make that in 15 minutes, you know, and that's just how it goes. But just wanted to give you an example that things like this take a lot of time to make. When you have one intricate little part, it really doesn't matter what somebody thinks that's valued at unless they don't want to pay the price. But, you know, in a shop, time is money right there. So a one-off part, you spend a lot of time finding the tools and getting it set up, getting it cut and cleaning everything up. And, you know, so that would be 2 hours out of a normal work day, you know, where you're charging money for jobs. So that's why this kind of stuff right here is great for, you know, guys at home hobbyists, you know, garage shops, so that you can make this kind of stuff yourself. And I think a lot of my viewers out there are those kind of people that watch this so that they can learn how to do this kind of stuff themselves. So I'm not charging Donnie for this part right here. He and I have been friends for a very long time. And as I said before, he's been there and he's helped me when I've needed help. We don't exchange money, we exchange help whenever we need it. I'm not saying that's how I am with everybody, but with him, that's how this will be right here. So anyway, I'm happy to see this one done. It's been on my desk for a little while, and I know that's going to make his dad very, very happy to see that. I'm not going to give it any more polish because this is what the other wheels look like, so you're going to have one that's a little bit more shiny than the others. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed watching and following along this week, and we'll see you next time, okay? I did want to try to give you a real quick small update on the shop, the things that's been going on around here. I had mentioned last week, you know, we talked about the Patreon thing again, and thanking all the patrons out there that's been supporting me here in the shop. And I have plans, I have things that I'm working on for the shop right here, just some different ideas, things I'd like to do to kind of change up what's going on around here. But I am working on plans right now to start back on the addition that was put on the shop. You know, we started with the roof, and that's just kind of been an outside porch area. I got a lot of stuff that's out there that's really not being used. It's sort of like a storage area, but I've got some equipment out there that's on that slab that I'm ready to just kind of get away from here, get it out, get it away from the shop. and I want to start back on this addition right here. So I've been in communications with the local contractor about helping me get the work done, getting it fully enclosed, fully full of electrical, lighting, plumbing, and doors and that kind of stuff. So it's things that I'm really excited to share with you. I don't want to go real deep into it yet because nothing has started yet. It's just it's plans. So we're working on that, and as it starts and as it does start and we get some work done, I'm going to be sharing that with you here on the channel. So I'm very excited about that, and I just wanted to kind of mention, you guys that are contributing out there to the the Patreon, those Patreon contributions are going to that addition. Every bit of that Patreon money is going to help pay for that addition. I'm not sure where the cost is yet on that, but we're going to put all that towards the addition. So I really appreciate that. If you guys want to kick in $1 or whatever, I've got the links in the video you can click on and go over there and become a patron and kick in $1 for the shop here. So thank you guys a lot for that. I do have a couple pieces of equipment out there that I'm thinking about selling or getting rid of for cheap, just trying to get it out of here. That old electric forklift, the battery is completely shot on it. It's no use to me anymore. I don't really have a place for it, so I need that gone. I've been thinking about just scrapping it, getting it out of there. So that's one thing that's going. And the other thing too that I decided that I am going to let go of is that big double column drill press that's back there by the air compressor, right back there. It's something that I would like to keep and have, but it's taking up so much room, and I have plans for the shop that I think I want to move it out of here. So if any of my viewers are interested in that old drill press, I'll make you a heck of a deal on it. Just contact me and let me know if you are, and we can try to work out some kind of arrangement. But the problem is if I'm going to get rid of that drill press, I need to get it out now, because we're going to be framing in the front side of the shop here with a roll-up door, and that drill press is going to be above that framing. So I'm going to try to work on getting that drill press moved out of here very soon. So hopefully I can find a new home for it. Like I said, if you're interested in it, talk to me. We can work out a really good deal on that. I just need to get it out of here, okay? So anyway, I just wanted to kind of give those mentions before the end of the video here. So I'll end it at that, and we'll see you soon.